Okay, lesson 354. We stand together, Christ and I, in peace and certainty of purpose. And in him is his creator as he is in me. My oneness with the Christ establishes me as your son, beyond the reach of time and wholly free of every law but yours. I have no self except the Christ in me. I have no purpose but his own. And he is like his Father. Thus must I be the one with you as well as him. For who is Christ except your Son, as you created him? And what am I except the Christ in me? Okay, still rocking my little cold sore here. But who am I but the Christ? I'm not the one with cold sore. Oh, if I knew that when I was younger. Oh my God. Can I just share a side story, which is that I've had kind of like cold sores, and this is a paper cut. It's so weird that I would get that on the same week. I never probably ever cut my lip up here in my life. Now I feel like the other day I was like, I feel like I look like I got in like a cat fight with a cat. But when I was younger and I used to get these and have to go to school and everything, the cool thing about quarantine, or like, okay, it's not cool, but with pandemic, like face mask for people who had cold sores, I should have just worn a face mask to school and been like, guys, you don't want to see what's under here. And I don't want you to see it because I get all freaked out. But I had to like, often go to school with like, sometimes I would have like a few of them at the same time. And I would always go around like this, or like when I was in second grade or younger, I'd go like this. And like, if it was the wrong stage of the cold sore, they would like spread. It was so sad. I kind of related to like feeling like a leper in the Bible, long story. But now I don't know why, I just don't feel like it's a big deal. I'm like, this little thing, come on, I've had worse things. But if I remember too, in 8th grade, there was like a classmate of mine who would get them too, but she would just totally be so open with it, and I'd be like hiding. And I think it's part of my personality makeup that I don't like I have pride, and it doesn't mean like, I don't know, I've had so many thoughts about this, because I have friends who had like one pimple on their face and like freaked out, and I was like, come on, like I didn't have that sense of but there was just this really, I think it's just like shy to be so vulnerable, but I had a friend who was so free about it, and I was like, you are my hero about it. I'm kind of my hero right now for talking about it, so I mean, I'm getting there. So this is, again, we're getting so close to the end, and truthfully, I don't remember these lessons from the last time I did the full lessons. I'm like, I don't even remember much. But it's cool how it just feels like we're like, we've always been merged. We've always had the Christ within us, because, where do we come from? Or, it's like our true home. I remember being at a funeral one time for, it was my boyfriend's brother at the time. He died very young. And I just remember being there at the funeral, at the burial, and hearing in the prayer like that he was returning home. And it hit me so deeply that it was like, I have an eternal home, I come from an eternal source. I have an eternal home. And it was like, it awakened something in me. And Justine's crying. So we're just stripping down all the layers to like the most eternal, deepest essence of ourself. And I love knowing that the Christ is in me. And these few days I've noticed like I've had such awesome like focus, but then there'd be times where I just have these explosive reactions. Like Justine and I were making this bread today. She's helping me, you know, like pour this in. Okay, whisk. Okay, mash. Okay. And you know, she's tasting. She's a kid. She's 2 years old. Next thing you know, she's got the whisk with like all the batter on it. And she's trying to get it off by just like flinging it on the floor. And then I think, honestly, what I said, I was like, Jesus, you know, just Jesus. And it was like, okay, can we commit ourselves to another reaction like, oh, oops, like, oh, oops, you know, like, oops, like, so that the tone around it is, oopsie, okay, let's make a correction. Not like, Jesus, Mother of God. Like, this is terrible, you know? So I'm working on my reactions. They are not pristine. But maybe I was saying, Jesus, help me see this clearly. But in fact, I was like, Jesus. And then I saw, oh, okay, Angela, we got some areas to work on. That's helpful. Okay. So I just love it. We're getting down to the nitty-gritty. We're getting down to the essence, and we're getting super clear why we're here. Certainty of purpose. And I'm clear that I'm here to practice. I'm totally willing. And so we are getting so close. And so, oh my gosh, tomorrow is the 10-day countdown. I don't even know what I'm going to do. Except I want to get my hair cut. And hopefully this will be, we got to have our party. And it's like every time I used to have an interview for a job, I swear I don't get one of these. And I'd be like, thank you. It's no big deal. All right. So have a great day practicing. Call upon the Christ in you if you ever need it. Have a better time with your reactions or none at all. I remember in Kundalini yoga training, they were like, every reaction is a failure. But meaning like, let's get to the point where we are not reacting like from the limbic brain, from like the unconscious mind. So, okay. Blessing your day. Thank you for listening. Peace out.